Arsenal have got another here we go. As Andrea Berta continues his mission of bolstering Mikel Arteta's squad, today we'll get the breaking news on Christian Mosquera, as well as breaking down the agreement of Victor Gyökeres. We'll also get a Fabrizio Romano update on Gyökeres Eze, find out the surprise news about Ethan Nwaniere's future, as well as discussing why a move for Rodrigo could still be possible. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Basketball14. Welcome back to your boys channel, and on your boys 25th birthday, it seems like Arsenal have given me quite a few birthday gifts to break down. So as per, smash a like on this video if you do enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you are new, helping your boy enjoy the 300,000 subscribers. But starting off with Arsenal's here we go. The three famous words of Fabrizio Romano, the words that Arsenal fans crave so often to hear. This time the player in question being Christian Mosquera, an Arsenal centre-back target to back up William Saliba, 21 years of age, having thrived for Valencia. Less than 1 year left on his contract, Arsenal saw a market opportunity. After the first bid was rejected, we got a bit of radio silence and Arsenal fans started to wonder what on earth was happening with the deal. Then we got reports in Spain yesterday confirming Arsenal had a new offer imminent for the player because they wanted to finish the deal as soon as possible. And let's just say that report was not lying, as Fabrizio Romano then confirmed the breaking news. Christian Mosquera to Arsenal, here we go. Verbal agreement in place with formal steps to follow. A €50 million fee plus add-ons. Total package under €20 million. Long-term deal in place, Mosquera only wanted Arsenal. Medical ready later this week if all goes to plan. And let's just say this is a bit of an Andrea Berta masterclass. To get a prospect of this level for less than €20 million, the key part had always been the player's design. As confirmed by reports in Spain, other teams offered higher fees, but the player only wanted Arsenal. The total fee will not even reach €20 million. Whether it was Mikel Arteta's track record of developing centre-backs, maybe even a conversation with the player. As soon as Mosquera knew that Arsenal were calling, he knew exactly where he wanted to be. With reports in Valencia also confirming, Valencia presented Mosquera with an offer from another club. I don't know which ones, but I'm going to find out. That was better than Arsenal's offer, but the player said no. I don't want to go to that club. I want to go to Arsenal alone. And let's just say the player is going to get his wish, as Arsenal get the player on a discounted price. Reports in Spain confirming the deal is complete for £15.5 million, plus £3.5 million in add-ons. The medical has been scheduled for Wednesday. And this just shows Andrea Berta's level of patience. After all the initial reports that came out of nowhere, despite all the focus being on Madui and Gyökeres, Berta was still working behind the scenes, having already secured the agreement with the player, helping Arsenal get a massive upper hand in negotiations. Despite Valencia making offers to the player himself trying to keep him, as Raul Sanllehi once said, when it's an Arsenal knock, it's a different one. And as confirmed by the hand of Arsenal, the fee will be under €20 million, with the player expected to report to pre-season for Arsenal subject to a medical. This is also going once again down the William Saliba route, signing a prospect centre-back who is still very young, but with all the potential to be a very good player. Where in 2018 it was a massive risk to drop £30 million on Saliba. In 2025 that looks like a bargain. This could be the exact same case for Mosquera. As the hand of Arsenal confirms, Mosquera is now waiting permission to fly to London to complete a medical for Arsenal Football Club. Both clubs are exchanging documents. But with one centre-back coming in, what about a current one? The future of Gyökeres has come into question. A player seen here alongside Ricardo Calafiori, two players that have developed a surprise friendship. With Arsenal very active on the market, it seems like the focus is now changing, because according to Sam Dean, Arsenal's attention will soon shift their outgoings. With Alexander Zinchenko, Fabio Vieira, Gyökeres and Reece Nelson all potential departures this summer, Leandro Trossard also has an uncertain future in North London, amid talks over a new deal. The Trossard deal is intriguing and we are going to get to that. But in the case of Gyökeres, what are Arsenal going to do? Despite Mosquera and Kivior both being different-footed, when you've already got Ricardo Calafiori who can play as a left centre-back, alongside reports from Italy that many teams in this area love Kivior, according to more reports, Kivior is no longer a part of Mikel Arteta's plans, and he could leave Arsenal this summer, which for some Arsenal fans is not what they want to hear. For a player that stepped up last season after an injury to Gabriel Magalhaes, with fantastic performances against Real Madrid in the Champions League, with even Mikel Arteta saying, "We lost maybe one of our best defenders for 4 months," then Kivior comes in and delivers. The performances he's delivering, it is not a coincidence. Kivior had proven himself as reliable, while also able to play as a left back. In the case of his future, I don't think Arsenal are actively looking for a sale. It's more a matter of what teams are interested, because when you've got a player under a long-term contract, if a team does want to sign him, they're going to have to offer a very decent amount of money. But talking of Arsenal futures, what about Ethan Nwaniere? After all the panic last week, reports coming out that Chelsea had interest, hovering if Arsenal could get a deal over the line. As confirmed by Samuel Mokbel, Arsenal asked to offer Nwaniere a new 5-year deal, or 4 with an option for a further year. There is a growing hope that a deal can be reached, but negotiations are reaching an advanced stage. And it seems like Arsenal are going to get this deal over the line. For a star boy, they've already offered the number 22 shirts, plastered in every single campaign for the 2025-26 home kits. According to Fabrizio Romano, Nwaneri's new deal at Arsenal can be sealed in principle this week. Arsenal believe the progress made over the weekend was significant, with all indications positive at this stage. And let's just say Nwaneri has had a few surprising offers. As revealed by the Hand of Arsenal, although Arsenal and Ethan Nwaneri are now close to an agreement over a new contract, Borussia Dortmund tried to lure him away by providing him the Jude Bellingham route, having just signed his brother Joe. The likes of Bellingham and Sancho examples in the past, even Erling Haaland. Dortmund has always been a hub for young talents to get their chances in Europe, then move on to bigger and better things. But in the case of Arsenal, it seems like we are the bigger and better thing. As confirmed by Fabrizio Romano, Arsenal hope to complete everything for the new contract of Ethan Nwaneri in the next days. With a new round of talk expected to close the agreement, the deal is getting closer. Now it's very close. For the likes of Andrea Berta, another deal nearly over the line, with Miles Skelly already committing to a brand new contract to get Ethan alongside him as well. I wonder what Mikel Arteta has promised the player, with many reports already confirming guaranteed game time was a massive part of a new deal. Where are we going to see Nwaneri play next season? And can he find his way into the starting lineup? Because in terms of Arsenal themselves, they are laying the foundations. Still in La Manga, Spain, enjoying their warm weather training. And according to reports in the UK, Arsenal will face Championship side Watford in a behind closed doors friendly at the Sobrio Centre at the training centre on Saturday, July the 19th at 12 PM kickoff, just hours before the squad fly out to Singapore for their 2025 Asia tour. But moving on to the forward bomber, and let's just say, my friends, we do have quite a few. With this being Andrea Berta towards the end of last season, with a clear face of frustration, as you watch Mikel Arteta's Arsenal team struggle to attack, from Kieran Tierney playing at left wing to Mikel Merino playing as a striker. Forward signings were always going to be the main priority in 2025. And in terms of our first main one, Noni Madui is soon to arrive. Having left Chelsea in New York just days before the Club World Cup final, despite Chelsea pressing so much and smashing PSG, Madueke was actually back in London, and he was seen here alongside former teammate Jadon Sancho, enjoying day 2 of Wireless, followed by another exclusive video here, showing Madueke arriving for his Arsenal medical. As confirmed by the Hand of Arsenal, Noni Madui has passed his Arsenal medical, with a here we go already confirmed, Arsenal paying a guaranteed £48 million. It is a deal that has caused a lot of controversy, but at the same time more and more fans are starting to get behind it. Not because we think it's the right deal, but more because it's the obligation of Arsenal fans to give every player at least a chance before we cast massive judgments. In the case of Madueke, we are not signing the worst winger in the world. At 23 years of age, there is a lot of room to grow, with most of the negative stigma behind the transfer being towards the price tag and the fact that we're signing another Chelsea player. But it's also got me thinking, how is Mikel Arteta going to use the player? As he has a similar profile to Bukayo Saka, could we see a more creative solution? The idea of Bukayo playing more centrally, maybe even as a number 10, allow Madueke to play on the right hand side. It's a bold option that I don't know if it's going to happen, with the far more likely scenario being Madueke getting a chance to the left hand side, but with one English forward about to arrive. The question then becomes, are we going to get another? With the future of Gyökeres Eze still in massive question, a confirmed target of Mikel Arteta at this summer transfer window, as confirmed by Fabrizio Romano, Arsenal are still having ongoing contacts with Gyökeres Eze's agents, with the Gunners hoping they are able to negotiate a fee below the release clause with Crystal Palace later in the window, a release clause that stands at £68 million. Now when you think about for a player who's 27 years of age with a vast amount of Premier League experience, that actually is not a bad deal. But in a market where you've got quite a few attacking midfield options, Spurs trying to get Morgan Gibbs-White, who has a £60 million release clause, alongside reports of Xavi Simons in Germany. According to Ben Jacobs, Arsenal plan to speak to Palace potentially as early as this week to understand whether a deal might be possible, without triggering as a £68 million release clause. For a player that many Arsenal fans are starting to almost romanticize about, a former player of Hill End, confirmed by himself to have cried after being released. When you think about the amount of notable numbers that Arsenal have available, the number 3, the number 5, the number 10 and 14, the idea of a former Hill End player going and making his name elsewhere, proving himself as a high quality Premier League player, arriving back at his dream club and taking the number 10. In the case of Arsenal, the profile thereafter seems to be very clear. They want a wing fielder, a midfielder also comfortable playing out wide, to give Arteta a variety of solutions, able to cut inside on his right foot, to maybe the option of Noni Madui, a left footer able to hold the width as well. In the case of Eze, he could be a bit of a balance, with still the ability to cut inside, but ultimately give Arsenal a fantastic solution against the low blocks, whether it's his ball striking from outside the box, or comfortable nature in tight spaces. There's a reason why Arsenal are on that market for that profile. So the reports in Germany also confirming that RB Leipzig are open to negotiate below £61 million for Dutch star Xavi Simons. It's got a lot of Arsenal fans also wondering, could Simons be another option? But in the case of Arsenal and Andrea Berta, having already spoken to Leipzig for Benjamin Sesko, gotten nowhere in negotiations, I'm not sure if Simons becomes a viable option, because clearly Leipzig are a very hard club to negotiate with. But in the case of Arsenal and forward bombers, there's one that I think we all have to talk about. The future of Arsenal centre forward target, Gyökeres. After reports that Arsenal had got an agreement with the player and a deal was close, we then got a David Ornstein bomber confirming an agreement in principle reached for Victor Gyökeres to move from Sporting Lisbon to Arsenal. A deal worth €63.5 million guaranteed, €10 million in add-ons, with the Swedish striker's agent even waiving a fee to help facilitate making a move. We also got a hand of Arsenal confirmation that full agreement has been reached for the transfer of Victor Gyökeres to Arsenal for a fee of £55 million. Andrea Berta, take a bow, my friend. For a striker that got 54 goals and 13 assists last season, a pure bagsman in the peak of his powers. Despite all the drama coming out of Sporting and the president talking so often, the one thing that's helped out Arsenal so much in getting this deal over the line has been the clear desire of the player. As confirmed by Fabrizio Romano, Gyökeres' agents have landed in London to seal the details of a deal with Arsenal, with all set for Victor to travel for a medical as soon as the deals have been sorted, with the Arsenal FBI agents out in full flow trying to spot the player's car. As confirmed by Fabrizio Romano, Arsenal and Sporting have started exchanging official emails to complete the Gyökeres deal. And you know what, I am very happy for the player. Not only reportedly a young Arsenal fan growing up, but after offers from Man United and Saudi Arabia. As confirmed by Fabrizio Romano, Gyökeres had no doubts even when Saudi clubs wanted to offer way higher salary. Move set to be sealed today after 2 meetings on Sunday, with Gyökeres' agents reducing the commission to make the deal happen. The here we go is coming soon. As Hand of Arsenal says perfectly, I am yet to see a player show Arsenal Football Club this is his dream move as much as Victor Gyökeres. He was willing to do whatever it took. The club are stunned and are in all of his commitment to make the move happen. It all goes back to a Mikel Arteta interview back in 2020. Stuck in lockdown and speaking to Ian Wright, talking about how if he had to convince a player to join Arsenal, it was never going to be a good starting point. Well, in the case of Gyökeres, he has done every single thing possible to make sure a move to the Emirates Stadium happens, with reports also confirming the agents of the player is expected to forego a portion of its agent commission from the transfer to help Arsenal meet Sporting's demands, alongside the player also sacrificing €2 million to make sure that Arsenal can get this deal done. Yes, Benjamin Sesko may have been the #1 target, but when you've got a striker who scored so many goals, desperate to come to your club because he knows he can change you, there's a reason why Andrea Berta moved on. As the Hand of Arsenal confirms, Arsenal and Sporting will exchange the legal documents to finalise the transfer of Victor Gyökeres. Final standard occupational bits remain. The player's medical is being arranged this week. With the potential of Batman at the back and Bale in attack, the signature celebration is one that Arsenal fans are definitely looking forward to. And for Arsenal, it also shows a change of mindset. Whether it's getting the Gyökeres or Madueke deals over the line, maybe even Gyökeres Eze, it seems like Arsenal finally want to have transitional machines. Players that are decisive on the counter-attack, while also giving Arsenal another solution when it comes to finally breaking down those low blocks. Maybe it's just me, but I seem to get a different level of excitement when it comes to getting attacking players. The idea of players that can change your entire team. Scoring goals is how you win games, and Arsenal are getting a premium goal scorer. According to Fabrizio Romano, the here we go is imminent for Victor Gyökeres to Arsenal. It can come at any minute. Arsenal have started exchanging official emails to Sporting to complete the transfer. Remember this when Gyökeres is at the Emirates Stadium with an Arsenal shirt in his hands. Gyökeres did everything possible to be an Arsenal player. He tried in every way to make it happen. And for Arsenal themselves, the idea of 6 players now coming in before the start of their preseason tour, with the Mosquera Here We Go and the Madueke medical, Gyökeres soon to follow as well, having already signed Zubimendi, Kepa and Norga. Could this be the potential Arsenal lineup next season, with one very intriguing player on the left? As Kobe Bryant once said, the job is not finished. As much as Gyökeres helps Arsenal grow, there's a reason why Arsenal are still on the market for Eze. Having already secured a winger Noni Madui, what about the future of Leandro Trossard? Well, according to reports in Germany, Bayern Munich are interested in Leandro Trossard, and he's one of the candidates if the club cannot sign Luis Diaz. With even Graham Bailey confirming, Trossard has not indicated to Arsenal that is keen to look at options to leave the club this summer. Bayern have joined the hunt and interest remains in Saudi Arabia, while there is also Italian sides keeping a close eye on the situation. And the reason why I talk about it is because of a certain Rodrigo Goes, a player that was confirmed as an Arsenal transfer target, with Real Madrid open to making a deal happen if the right fee was to arrive. Well, according to Ben Jacobs, Arsenal still hold a general interest in Rodrigo, Anthony Gordon and Rafael Leao, but a move for any of the left-sided trio will either require Leandro Trossard or Gabriel Martinelli to depart. So talk to me down below in the comments. If signing Rodrigo meant you had to lose a Martinelli, is that a sacrifice that Arsenal should be making? But that is the video there and there, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to smash a like and also subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you want to follow your boy on all of the social medias, the links are down below in the description. But that was all of your latest Arsenal transfer news today after the Victor Gyökeres bomber, the news on Madueke, and of course the here we go for Mosquera. Arsenal, I thank you for my birthday gifts, I appreciate it, but you know what, I'm a bit greedy as well, and if you can get an Eze, then it will be quite a year to start 25. So my friends, I'll see you guys next time, take care of yourselves, and in a bit.